Hello, we're back. We're back. Just hold on mga anak ko. I will just show you, share with you the slide. Ergonomics. Okay, so we are just talking about ergonomics, right? We're back here with the word musculoskeletal disorders pag nagkaroon tayo ng problema. So going here, meron tayong benefits of ergonomics. What we can get with this ergonomics na pinag-uusapan natin. So lower cost, magkakaroon tayo sa workplaces natin ng lower cost. So mami-minimize yung ating cost. Naririnig nyo ba ako mga anak ko? You can hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So higher productivity. So meron tayong higher productivity sa workplace natin. Better product quality. Doon sa workplace natin, we are producing good quality doon sa ating workplace. Plus yung human resources and everything, nagiging productive tayo. Improve employee engagement. Sa office natin or dun sa workplaces natin, kanya-kanya tayo ng role and responsibilities. And dito, nag-i-improve yung ating engagement. Better safety culture. As we respect yung ating mga different nationalities na with different culture dun sa kasama natin sa ating workplaces, nagkakaroon tayo ng better understanding and respect to everyone's culture. So positioning of the patient, we are talking about the positioning of the patient now as we i-relate natin yung ating mga body mechanics. Kung how are we going to position our patients, paano natin silang ipoposition using our body mechanics. So as we go on, bed rest is an important part of treatment ordered. Sabi niya rito, it is ordered by the medical officer. In addition, the medical officer usually allows a certain amount of physical effort and movement by the patient. Pag ipinosisyon natin yung pasyente, that means to say we are going to immobilize. Magkakaroon tayo ng positioning and movement of the patient. If the patient is unable to move himself, he must be moved and repositioned at least every 2 hours. Ito yung mandatory ito. Na yung doktor, post-operatively, Kasi kesa naka-position lang siya ng isang position in the bed, kailangan nating i-move natin sila and reposition. Means to say, another position. At least every 2 hours, day and night, continuous yun. So every shift, kailangan natin siguro mga 4 tayong makakabaliktad ng pasyente. So if the patient cannot move themselves, he must or they must be encouraged to do so. Also, check to see if his or her posture is good. Pag inayos natin sila with their position, sorry. So we must check or we must ensure na yung kanilang mga posture is good enough. Sorry. It is the responsibility of the nurses or the nursing aides to assist the patient to move and or to position the patient in their most safe and comfortable position. Hindi lang basta natin ipoposition yung pasyente. Once we position pasyente, we must know na yung pasyente ay number 1, naka good condition siya do sa position niya. And secondly, nasa alignment ba siya? At number 3 is yung most comfortable and safe. It is the responsibility, sabi niya, to give safe and comfortable position. So, body alignment and positioning patients in bed. So, ano ang mga dapat nating tatandaan when we position patient in bed? Number 1, there must have a good body alignment. It can be achieved in any of the bed rest positions. Makikita natin as we go along itong lesson natin, yung mga proper positioning ng pasyente sa kanilang when they are on the bed. So the following points should be checked. Whether the head should be in the midline within the trunk, or the back should be straight with normal body curves, yung kanyang cervical, thoracic, and lumbar is maintained. Ribs should be elevated. Naka-elevate ba yung kanyang ribs to prevent constriction of the chest? Arms and legs should be in position of function, the position for maximum usefulness of the joints, feet, and hands. Letter B is position of function of legs and feet. This position shows favor in standing upright and walking. In general, if the toes point to the ceiling when in a back-lying position and point to the floor when in and hips are in good alignment. Pinag-uusapan natin dito sa topic natin ito is body alignment and the positioning of the patients on the bed. So kailangan dun sa number 1 natin kanina, yung good body alignment, we should follow itong points na ito. And secondly, in the position of the function of the legs and feet, andito yung position ng kanyang mga toes towards the ceiling, tapos yung when lying position and point to the floor when in front lying. So itong lahat na ito, we must see and observe na itong lahat na ito ay in good alignment. Position of function of arms and hands. When this position favors raising the arms and grasping things with the fingers. Ito yung functions of the arms and hands. The hands should not droop at the wrist, be clenched in a fist, or be flat. So nakikita nyo, pag nag-o-observe kayo, ganito ang dapat mangyari doon sa mga kamay at sa arms and hands ng pasyente nyo. The position of function for the hand is dorsiflexion, yung naka-slight upward angle at the wrist with the fingers and thumb in position to write with the pencil. So imagine ninyo kung paano nakaposition yung function ng arms and hands ninyo. So the patient's positioning, what is the importance of why we are going to learn how to position the patient? patient positioning is vital to a safe and effective surgical procedure. Number one, na importance nun, pagka yung pasyente natin ay ooperahan, so nilalagay natin sila in a proper position. Hindi lang basta inilagay natin doon sa operating table, yung pasyente ay enough na yon. So there are types of patient positioning before performing a surgery. So patient positioning, sabi nga nito, is vital to safe and effective surgical procedure. The proper patient positioning depends on the type and the length of procedure, anesthesia access to the patient, devices required, and other factors. So we are talking about now here the patient positioning, how we will position our patients before a surgery or before the operation. So safely positioning the patient is a team effort. All members of the surgical team play a significant role in the process and share responsibility for establishing and maintaining the correct patient position. What are the common patient positions? We have here, for the surgical patients, we have Fowler's, we have supine, prone, lithotomy, Sims position, and the lateral. So the goals of patient positioning, why we need them to position. So number one is to maintain the patient's airway and circulation throughout the procedure. Kailangan yung pasyente, ma-maintain niya yung kanyang patient, yung airway niya, yung hingahan niya, and the circulation throughout the procedure. Kaya nagkakaroon tayo ng proper or appropriate patient positioning. Prevent nerve damage. So kailangan pag nag-position tayo ng pasyente, we must know na we need to prevent the nerve damage. Allow surgeon accessibility to the surgical site as well as for anesthetic administration. Yung once we position patients during the surgery or before even the surgery starts, alam natin na the surgeon knows where he could access dun sa surgical site, as well as yung mga anesthesia doctors natin, they know how to place themselves doon sa position ng pasyente para to an easy accessibility sa kanilang anesthetic administration. Number 4 is to provide comfort and safety to the patient and prevent soft tissue or musculoskeletal and other patient injury. As remember, or you have to remember na ang pinag-uusapan natin dito ngayon is body mechanics, positioning of the patient, and the ergonomics. So turning and positioning patients. How we turn and position patients. There are benefits that will come from the positioning and turning of patients. It is essential for immobilized patients. Once we say immobilized, unmoving, hindi gumagalaw. So it is essential, kinakailangan do sa mga hindi gumagalaw na pasyente to increase their comfort, maintain their skin integrity, enhance healing, and achieve care outcomes. So ito yung mga benefits na nakukuha natin. Bakit natin sila kailangang ibaliktarin, i-reposition? So frequent and proper position changes are beneficial to healing. So it is a part of the healing process for the speedy recovery ng pasyente is the frequent and proper positioning. What is immobilization? Immobilization or immobilization or state of being immobilized. Sa Tagalog, ang ibig sabihin ng immobilization or immobilization ay yung hindi siya gumagalaw, kailangan natin siyang galawin. Immobile, okay? Mobilization is the moving. So immobilized, hindi sila makagalaw or hindi sila makakagalaw. So turning and positioning patients when patients are immobilized for any reason and spend extended periods of the day in bed, the patient will experience the following. Ano itong mga kailangang resulta ng hindi paggalaw ng pasyente? So dapat nating isipin, hindi sila makakagaling. Hindi gagaling yung pasyente pag hindi siya nagalaw. So lack of mobility and extended periods in bed results in what are those results? Number one is diminished muscle tone. Nawawala ng buhay yung kanilang mga muscle. Yung kanilang mga laman, namamatay, yung nawawalang sigla. General weakness, lalo na silang nanghihina. Fatigue, yung hinang-hina na sila. And venous stasis, which may lead to thrombophlebitis, yung nagkakaroon ng mga sakit doon sa mga ugat. Pulmonary embolism, yung mga bula ng dugo ay nagbabara doon sa mga daluyan ng dugo. And reduced peripheral perfusion, humihina yung flow, yung pag-circulate ng kanilang dugo. Reduced peripheral perfusion in turn contributes to loss of skin integrity, particularly over bony prominences. So anong nangyayari? Pagka wala ng dugo na pumapasok, nagsisirculate doon sa kanilang circulatory system, hindi kasi sila gumagalaw. So that means to say, merong possibility na yung mga buto-buto nila, yung mga area na maraming buto, ay magkaroon ng friction. Doon na yung nagkaka-bed sore na tinatawag. Moving or repositioning patients within their beds from bed to bed or bed to chair or otherwise from one posture or surface to another. Kailangan natin silang i-move. Kailangan natin silang i-reposition. Moving a patient up in the bed. Anong ibig sabihin ng up in the bed? There is a tendency for the mattress and the patient to slip down when the head of the bed has been elevated. Pag yung pasyente hindi na gumagalaw, ngayon ang tendency nun, bumababa siya, nadadaus-us siya. Okay? So lower the head of the head rail to a level position and move the mattress up before repositioning the patient. As free space at the foot of the bed is needed to adjust the bedding. Itong moving a patient up in the bed, hindi natin ito kayang intindihin na maayos now because wala tayo dun sa physical setup. Once we move into dun sa ating physical demonstration o yung actual demonstration nitong mga proper positioning ng pasyente, only we will know how itong moving a patient up in the bed is. Okay? Kaya nga sabi ko sa inyo, as we go along, i-play ninyo yung imagination nyo na ganito pala ang ginagawa when moving a patient up in the bed. Yung nakaupo yung pasyente, hindi siya makagalaw, how to move the patient in a proper way. Kailangan meron technique. So the basic patient care procedure, when preparation before moving a patient, bago pa lang natin gagalawin yung pasyente, meron na tayong mga plano. Hindi basta natin gagalawin. So the principles of body mechanics comes in. It should be employed when assisting or moving the patient. Imagine ninyo, body mechanics ang pinag-uusapan natin. So in bawat galaw natin, in every activity of yung daily patient care living, kailangan natin ng body mechanics. So important points that should be resolved before the procedure starts includes the following. Number one, we have to check the medical officer's order. Tandaan ninyo, hindi tayo basta-basta gumagalaw ng pasyente. Okay? Mag-iingat tayo kasi yung pasyente, kahit na hindi siya or immobilized patient, talaga palang hindi mo siya dapat galawin. Why? There is a purpose or there is a reason. And the nursing care plan card, in order to determine any restriction of the patient's movement and to know what the patient should be encouraged to do so. So explain to the patient how we can assist or how can we assist him in the procedure. Number 2 is to obtain the equipment and the assistance necessary before moving the patient. So, kailangan natin, bago tayo mag-move ng pasyente, kailangan natin na yung mga kinakailangan nating equipment, whatever equipment we require, kailangan nandun na sa tabi natin para hindi pa tayo aalis-alis. Ensure that the bed wheels are locked and start with the bed level unless contraindicated. Make sure na yung ating pag ginalaw mo yung pasyente, make sure nakalock yung footbed ng pasyente, yung kanyang roll, yung kanyang wheel ng bed. So when moving a patient up in the bed, when moving a patient up, pull the pillow, as you can see here in the photo here, pull the pillow upright, tell the patient to reach back and grasp the bars kung kaya niyang humawak, grasp the bars of the head of the bed, and bend his knees. Slide one arm under the patient's shoulders and the other arm under his buttocks on signal. Kailangan 1, 2, 3. Ganon. Meron kayo kailangang magsisignal before the patient start to lift him up. And the other arm under his buttocks on signal. Have the patient pull with his arms and push with his feet while you slide him upward. When the patient cannot assist, the assistant is standing on the opposite side of the bed, likewise slides his arms under the patient, and in same time, both shift their weight and slide the patient up. Yung moving a patient up, it depends. Kaya kinakailangan natin, i-assess mo muna kung kakayanin mo bang mag-isang mag-move ng patient up or you need an assistant on the other side of the bed. So kailangan i-assess nyo muna whether the patient can help you dun sa pag-akyat niya dun sa taas ng kanyang kama. Using a draw sheet. How to move up the patient using a draw sheet. A draw sheet may be used to help move a helpless patient. Pagka immobilize na yung pasyente nyo, and ang tendency nitong mga pasyente na to ay kailangan nyo siyang itaas. But how you are going to think of how to help the patient move, helpless nga yung pasyente mo. So, kailangan mo ng assistant. So, loosen the sheet and roll it close to either side of the patient's body. In the same time, in unison, grasp the rolled sheet and slide the sheet and patient upward. So, in this way, tataas na yung pasyente mo. Then smooth the loosened sheet free of all wrinkles, tighten and tuck it under the sides of the mattress if you are using a draw sheet. So basic patient care procedure also is to assist a patient to raise head and shoulders. So how to do it? The procedure is used to remove or replace the pillow or to assist the patient into a sitting position. So number 1 is to stand facing the head of the bed with 1 foot advance. Slip your arm nearest the patient under his axilla and brace this hand against the back of his shoulder. Mahirap itong pinag-uusapan natin o binabanggit ko sa inyo o in-explain ko sa inyo without the actual demonstration. That's why I'm just asking you to just keep your mind playing, imaginein nyo kung paano yung sinasabi ko at sundan ninyo yung process. Number 3 is to tell him to bend his knees to relieve strain on his abdominal muscles and to brace the hand of his supported arm against the back of your shoulder. Number 4 is by linking arms, yung parang aakapin nyo na yung pasyente. You and the patient make use of shoulder and chest muscles to lift his body weight. pasalamat kayo whether yung pasyente nyo lakihan, mahirapan kayo to do it alone. So, kailangan you need talaga an assistant to do this procedure. At the given signal, raise his back and shoulders by shifting your weight from the front to the rear foot. Your free hand to support his head or to remove or replace the pillow. This is how I'm talking about now, the assisting a patient to raise head and shoulders. So doon sa binanggit ko kanina, kailangan parang his back at doon sa may aksilan niya para mo ma-lift siya ng maayos. So, moving a patient to the side of the bed. When moving a patient to the side of the bed, kailangan din may proper procedure to follow. Like for example, it is easier for a patient to move or lift when he is close to the side of the bed, since the medical worker or the nursing aide can be closer to the patient's center of gravity. So tatandaan natin saan ba ang dapat natin yung makakabigay sa kanya ng gravity, mapupul yung gravity niya down. So consequently, other procedures requires less strain. So when working alone, move the upper and lower parts of the body separately. Ito, when you, sabi ko nga sa inyo, at first, you have to assess whether the patient, you will be needing an assistant to move the patient. So when this moving a patient to the side of the bed, kasi nandun na siya sa side, yung inyong center of the gravity ng pasyente, between both of you, magkakaroon kayo ng gravity na you can pull and lift yung pasyente. To move his upper body, slide one arm under his head and shoulders and one arm under his back, then slide his upper body toward you. So to move his lower back, slide one arm under his hips and one under his thighs, and then slide his lower body towards you. Then realign his shoulders, hips, and legs. Ito yung turning of the patient on his side. So hindi gano'n itong mahihirapan kayo, hindi kayo masyadong mahirapan dito kasi nandun na sa close to you yung pasyente. So a little move nando sa shoulder and back ng patient, you can take a patient na to your side. Okay. The common patient position used in surgery. So we are done with initial pa lang yun na. We are going to talk about more of the position. The common patient position that is being used before the surgery. Yung pinuposisyon pa lang natin yung pasyente, just to give you an idea, ano ba kung paano ipoposisyon yung pasyente doon sa kanya-kanyang indication for surgery. Just like the Fowler's position. We just remember, Fowler's is a sitting position. Nakaupo ito either in a surgical bed or in a patient room. Pag tinatawag ng doktor na put the patient in a Fowler's position, put the patient in a sitting position. Okay, that's Fowler's position. And this is typically used for neurosurgery and shoulder surgeries kasi nakaupo o operahan ng doktor yung shoulder niya or yung mga nerve niya. Number 2 is supine position. Supine is also known as dorsal decubitus. It is most frequently used position for the procedures. In this position, the patient is face up. Supine is up, so the patient is facing up. Supine position is commonly used for the following procedures. Yung intracranial sa ulo, yes. Cardiac sa puso, abdominal, endovascular, laparoscopic, lower extremity procedure, and ENT, neck and face. Itong mga surgical preparation na ito ay para sa supine position. Prone position is facing down. Napag-aralan natin yan sa ating anatomy and physiology. In prone position, which is the face down of the patient with their heads in a neutral position without excessive flexion, extension, or rotation. Prone is often used for spine and neck surgeries, neurosurgery, colorectal surgeries, vascular, and tendon repairs. So, kanya-kanyang position before surgery, kinakailangan is according sa doon sa ooperahan. Number 4 is lithotomy position. Lithotomy position is typically used for gynecology, yung mga nanganganak, yung may mga colorectal, may mga urology, perineal or pelvis procedure. Nakataas yung mga paa nito, okay? So in lithotomy position, the patient can be placed in either a boot-style leg holder. Meron siyang steer up parate para hindi mangangawit yung paa niya pag nakataas, meron siyang naka-foot rest. Okay, so this is the lithotomy position. So I'm going to show you, as I did with my previous quizzes, either na you match it, kung anong posisyon nito, or inyong i-fill in the blanks. Okay? In Sims position, it is variation of the left lateral position. Body restraints are used to safely secure the patient to the operating table. Kasi pag nakatagilid yung pasyente, kailangan naka-restrain sila. Meron silang, anong tawag dito? Meron silang parang belt. Keeping the left leg straight, the patient will slide the left hip back and bend the right leg. The position allows access to the anus. Ito yung mga inooperahan sa puwet. Sims position ang tawag. Lateral position, a patient is positioned in lateral during back, colorectal, kidney, and hip surgeries. It is also commonly used during thoracic and ENT surgeries and neurosurgery. And some variations are on this position include lateral kidney. In lateral position, the patient may be placed on either their left or right side depending sa site ng surgical. Kung sabi ni Dr. Kaliwa, you will put on the kalahati, yung tagilid na kaliwa. Trendelenburg position. This is after yung nakadiscover widely used by nurses and intervention in the treatment of acute hypotension or shock. Okay? Yung mga pasyente natin na nakita nyo sa medical center na nag-collapse, na nag-faint, hinimatay, automatically put them in the Trendelenburg position. Ang tawag dito is a shock position. Okay? So tandaan nyo, when the patient is in shock, fainting, ang treatment nito ay number 1 is to put the patient in a Trendelenburg position or a shock position. So it is typically used for lower abdomen, colorectal, OB-GYN, genitourinary, cardioversion, and central venous catheter placement. Itong position na to, nakatak din yung pasyente, nakaano din siya, naka-restrain din para hindi siya gagalaw. Risk to a patient while in this position includes diminished lung capacity. Why? Kasi nakabaliktad siya, yung ulo niya mas mababa sa kanyang mga paa. Reverse Trendelenburg position. Kung yung sinabi natin kanina is a shock position, wherein yung ulo niya nakababa, dito sa reverse Trendelenburg, baliktad. Nakataas naman yung ulo niya, ang paa naman ang nakababa. So dito naman, ang risk dito nagkakaroon ng deep vein thrombosis, sliding and shearing, peroneal nerve, and tibial nerve. Okay, remember, Trendelenburg is a shock position for a patient going to shock, and the reverse Trendelenburg is the opposite of Trendelenburg. The head is higher than the feet. Positioning patients also in surgery. Positioning a patient is important for, number one is maintaining alignment. All over this subject today, ang pinag-uusapan natin is about body mechanics, positioning ng pasyente. So doon sa positioning, always remember that we maintain alignment. Preventing bed sores, kasi yung mga bony part, kailangan babaliktarin natin sila, itatagilid para hindi sila magkaroon ng mga pressure ulcers, foot drop, and contractures. The proper functioning is also vital for providing comfort for patients who are bedridden or have decreased mobility related to a medical condition or treatment. When positioning a patient in bed, supportive devices such as pillows, rolls, and blankets along with the repositioning can aid in providing comfort and safety. So, para ma-avoid natin yung mga risk, so kailangan i-position natin yung pasyente with the aid of yung mga pillows to make them comfortable and safe. Positioning a patient in bed is the common procedure in any healthcare facility. Ma-hospital man siya, ma-medical clinics, pareho ang ginagawa ng mga nurses in positioning patients. There are various positions possible for patients in bed. Pagka yung mga pasyente natin, halimbawa, na-operahan na sila, ilang araw na sila because they are already in the healing process, so nandun na sila sa kama lang nila. So while in bed, meron dapat positions na kailangan din natin na i-determine according dun sa kanilang mga condition. Okay? So number one is the same thing kanina, supine. When you are putting patient on supine, means to say face up. Okay? So the head and shoulders is slightly elevated. So either may punan yung pasyente or wala. Basta yung kanyang shoulders is slightly elevated na nakataas yung kanyang facing up yung kanyang head. What is the purpose on this position? It provides complete bed rest. It examines the abdomen and to perform abdominal surgeries. Ito yung mga kondisyon na kailangan natin pag inipoposisyon natin as in supine position. The procedure is place the patient flat on his back, support the head with pillow, place arm straight on his side or folded on the chest, place leg extended or slightly flexed with a pillow underneath, use cotton rings at the elbow,